Hey guys, Trip here, and I'll pick Maya. And today I'm going to be doing a review and breakdown, not of Maya, but of this hat over here that I've received from Banggood. They sent me this hat as a free trial product, and obviously what the purpose of that is that I have to review it. Now, as you can see, being all reptile-like, I like the outdoors, and I must admit, I went out to the swamp, took Maya for a nice long swim, and I really enjoyed having this hat in my head. Firstly, if we take a look at the quality of the hat, this is, as they advertise it, 100% pure cotton. It feels good to the touch. As you can see that the quality of the dye in the cotton is really good. I tend to like this color. What it has is, it has an adjustable band for around your neck, and it comes with these clips on the side, which I really like, especially when it comes to a fishing hat. Now, I know they advertise it as a fishing hat, but this hat's going to do you well outdoors just about anywhere. As you can see, it's got quite a long peak and it is quite firm. So this is going to protect your forehead from the sun, and it's definitely going to protect your neck from the sun at the back as well. And if you want to protect your neck on the sides, and while Maya's climbing over my computer screen, let me just get it back. All you got to do is just pop it down, and because it's so nice and firm, it stays nicely plated on the sides, so you protect the sides of your neck from the sun too. I mean, and that's a hat's purpose. Now, I must admit, I took a good look at the stitching of this hat, and we have a single line of stitching in there. We've got a single line of stitching in the top, but if you pull on it, it is a really tight and nice block of stitching, and the material doesn't stretch that much either. I mean, at that pressure you'd expect it to rip, but it just doesn't, which means that it's a good quality fabric and it's good quality stitching. They missed a bit of the stitching in places. If we can get the camera out of, or if we cannot put the camera in front of the light so we can actually see what we're videoing, you can have a look on the side there, and I've noticed that they've missed a bit of the stitching. I'm not so sure if you can catch it. But in my opinion, that's not a big idea. It's not a big deal at all, because everywhere else in that, you don't find that flaw at all. Now, what we have over here is an adjustable strap, and I haven't seen this on any other hat really. But you can sort of adjust the strap to make it fit tighter around your head, and in my opinion, that's really convenient because it can sit nice and flush and nice and tight on your head. It's not going to fall off if you're doing anything crazy. Another thing is that it has a sweat guard all the way around the top, so you're not going to have drops of sweat running off your forehead and into your eyes, because that's going to suck it all up. It has some embroidery in the front over there, and I must admit they could have done a better job with that. And I guess you can just pull it off, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, while it's still there, you do see it through the embroidery in the front of the hat, which is not a big deal because it's not really stuck there. All you got to do is just pull it off and it's gone. On the front it says Travelers, and they've got a capital V over there, and as you can see, a little bit of the embroidery is starting to loosen up already, which isn't the biggest deal in my opinion, but the price point of this hat is 10 euros. In Europe it's 10 euros. I'm not so sure what it is in USD or any other currency, but in Europe it is priced at 10 euros. And I'm not going to go too deep into that, but what I'm going to say is that relatively close to the same price point, I could drive down to my local outdoor shop and I could buy a hat for relatively the same price. It's probably going to have a lot stronger stitching, and it's not going to have embroidery that's running in the front. However, with that said, Banggood's shipping time is 20 days plus. if you're willing to wait for it and you are a very loyal Banggood customer like I am, I buy tons of things from Banggood, and 99% of the time I am happy with it. I mean, there is that 1% chance from any store that you're not going to be happy with what you get, but from Banggood I have been impressed thus far, and I've been really impressed with their prices. But with regards to this hat, I would say that I would go to my outdoor stop and I would pick up one of these for around about the same price and probably get a little bit better quality out of the hat. Now, I'm not so sure how people are going to look over this review or how Banggood staff is going to look over this review before they post it, but that's my opinion on this hat. I would much rather go to my local shop and pick one up there and not have to wait to get something that's a little bit more expensive but has a little bit better quality. And the reason why I say that is I have a feeling that the stitching or the embroidery in the front is going to start to run. I've got no doubt that the stitching is not going to come loose anywhere else on the hat, because if you have a look at it, it's got layers of stitching everywhere and it does feel quite a fine quality. But if you look at things like that, the stitching is really thin. So I expect them to start running, and I'm probably going to have to take a cigarette lighter and burn it in some places just for it to stop running. But that's my review on this hat. I would advise you to buy it, yes, if you're a Banggood fan just like I am, and you've got a Maya and you like to take her outdoors. I would advise you to buy it. I would say that you're going to be happy with it. I would say that you'd have a good experience with it. But just for my opinion personally, if I got this one as a free trial review and I planned to buy another one, I probably wouldn't. I'd go down to my local dealer and I'd pick one up there from your budget store or your fisherman tackle goods market in your local area. Maya's going crazy on my head right now, and that is pretty much going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I enjoyed this hat and I enjoyed making this review, and as you can see, Maya has enjoyed curling herself around my head because she loves the hat just as much. I'm gonna be out of here before Maya strangles me. Cheers, guys. See ya.